Well, well, here's a news item for you that maybe keep you up at night, wondering if you're going to go to jail. There's an article in the New York Times here. His clients weren't complaining, but the judge said the lawyer worked too hard. You're not supposed to work so hard in defending somebody in court. Man, this is amazing. But I guess this happens. I mean, you get caught up in the bureaucracy, and all they want to do is keep the trains running on time. Yeah, justice and stuff like that is a detail. But there's a court-appointed lawyer. When you look at the story, it was in the New York Times that I read, that you'll see that, God, the system is set up for efficiency. So they're trying to get these, the court has to pay for the lawyer if you don't have a lawyer, right? So they appoint some lawyer, who takes the court's money to defend them. And the judge got ticked off and got rid of the attorney because he was spending too much time defending the person. And so now the attorney is suing the judge. That's probably when you have lawyers fighting lawyers. But it seems silly. But now when you read that article in more detail, you see that this is, more systemic to a problem in our justice system than at least, well, I guess it isn't to people in it, but to me, I don't know much about it. And first of all, only 4 out of every 5 criminal defendants are represented by a court-appointed attorney. So 4 out of 5 people. So criminal defendants. So that means they're not hiring a lawyer themselves. So the court's paying for the system. Now, apparently, there's 2 different ways. You can have the court appoint one to you, and see what this story is saying. That's bad because that's the judge's buddy that's he's given the money to defend him, and the judge wants to get through. The judge gets through cases, then they look more efficient. The more cases, so they don't want attorneys to work too hard because it takes too long to get the case over with. And there was a big study done on all this by the RAND Corporation, big think tank out in the West, and they say that people who have defended independent public defenders versus court-appointed. If you had an independent public defender, in other words, these are nonprofit lawyer organizations that get the court's money, but they're not appointed by the judge. You find them, if you use one of these independent court-appointed versus ones the judge, the conviction rate is 19% lower. So you're getting off more times. The chances that they would serve a life sentence reduced by 62%. And their expected sentence length was reduced by 24%. So these the independent defenders, public defenders, are doing better jobs than the court-appointed lawyers. So that's, to me, you're saving money, saving your ass, or whatever. All those kinds of things interest me. So another website I want to introduce you to is something called Justia. Now, I may have talked about this before, Justia, and it's really a place they try to find people to get. I'm sure they sell your name to local lawyers to represent you. But more importantly, what I like about Justia, you could find the nonprofit lawyers and the pro bono lawyers and things like that, besides the people that only work for money. So here I was working for a research report recently for Camden, County, New Jersey. And you put in like free and low-cost lawyers, kind of thing, in Justia, and put in your county or whatever. And here, look at all the Community Health Law Project. So these are civil rights and health care. So that's if you're looking for justice. You think you have to hire an attorney at $200 an hour. No, these are people that work either through grants and other places. The Rutgers Law Camden Domestic Violence Clinic. Okay, you're in domestic dispute. You feel again, okay, these are free legal services for that. Rutgers School of Law Children's Justice Clinic. Okay, that's another place for free lawyers. Camden County Women's Center, another place for free lawyers. Something called Providence House for domestic violence and family matters, another source of free, because these are lawyers that are really either getting grants or something else to support them. They're not getting it from you. Community Justice Center. Look at this stuff for healthcare. So that means somebody's screwing you over with your healthcare. There's free help like that. Disability Rights New Jersey, you have a disability, you don't feel you're treated right. Civil rights, education, healthcare. I mean, these are people, these are advocates for you that are free. New Jersey Association of Correction, Appeals and Civil Rights. So this is the appeal process. You want to get started. Women's Space. It's a domestic violence again. Mercer County Bar Association. I guess they have pro bono people that sign up for that. Salem County Women's Services. Centurion Ministries. Providence House of Ocean County. Legal Services of Northwest New Jersey. That's the one the government subsidizes. Women's Crisis Services. Resource Center for Women and Their Families. Atlantic County Women's Center. See, all these places are free sources for legal help and legal assistance. So you don't have to go and do the $200 an hour thing if you know about programs like this. But these programs don't advertise, so you'll never see a late night, the Women's Justice Center, call now. If you have a phone, you have a lawyer. No, because they're not making money from you, so they can't pay on advertising. That's why these are harder to find. But Justia, Justia, and that's a .com. I mean, they're selling names. So people who need legal help, because the lawyers may get thousands from you, but you could also use it to find the free ones. And that's important. So that's a good source of that. Yeah, you gotta know the source.